Which Dolphins running back would you rather have, Jeff Wilson or Raheem Mostert?
No, thank you. That's okay though. Thanks for the offer, Jen.
Really?
Ooh,
I wholeheartedly disagree.
I think this is going to be a mess. Like, I think it's going to be difficult to predict who the fantasy running back that scores each week is. And it's going to be a hot hand approach. That's what it looks like we're going to see here. If Jeff Wilson's performing better, they're going to ride him. If Mostert's hot out there, they're going to keep riding him. It's the lack of predictability to me. I don't see one of these backs separating themselves. And they got Jeff Wilson involved first game back.
Yeah, and that's why I am firmly on the Jeff Wilson side of this. This is his first game on this team, and they're using him. They gave him split carries with Raheem Mostert and more receiving work, which he did something with. He had 3 targets, 3 receptions, 21 yards, and a receiving touchdown. Mostert had 2 targets, didn't catch a single one of them. Jeff Wilson to me is like, this was a fantastic first impression, and I only expect it to go up from here.
I completely agree with you, JL. I know I don't say that very often, but I do. I think Jeff Wilson's a potential league winner. I said it before this week. I think that it is, even if it is a split backfield, I think he's a more explosive of the two players. Mostert has been fine, but I think he's really been more of a volume-based play. I think Jeff Wilson's going to take over this backfield, but even if he doesn't, I think he's a fine play. And if Mostert, who we know has not been able to stay healthy over his career, if he's goes down with an injury, Jeff Wilson does see all that volume. I'm looking to acquire him everywhere I can. I think Jeff Wilson Jr. is a low-risk, high-reward play and somebody I want pretty much everywhere I can get him.
I've got no problem acquiring him, but I am much less optimistic than you guys that there's going to be that level of clarity in this backfield. I think it's going to be very hard to predict week in, week out which one of these guys has the big fantasy game, because they're both good backs. We've seen Raheem Mostert have great games this year so far. They're not just going to throw him to the sideline because Jeff Wilson came in and had a decent game on 9 carries. Raheem Mostert's still going to be involved here.
I think when they're with both of them playing, I think you can plug them in as back-end RB2s, and then the one who gets the hot hand or scores the multiple touchdowns, something like that, is the one that you're going to be happy with. Now, I agree with what you're saying. I just think it's worth the risk, especially in this offense.